Hello and welcome to another episode of Salary Voodoo, the show right here on the MMA Engine channel where I, your host Monk, aka the Monkmatician, break down a few fights from UFC Vegas 70 from a little bit of a different perspective, a little bit of a different angle, a different take, if you will, especially when it comes to GPP tournaments, guys. We look at salary numbers from a completely different point of view and try to assist you when it comes to constructing those lineups. So guys, first, before we get started, hit the like on this video, hit the sub on the channel. It's me, Weezy, Brady, and Lou Betya bringing you content every single day. What's my thing that I say? Several times a day, every single day before each and every UFC card. So guys, without further ado, let's get right into the salary voodoo. First things first, here's how it works. Blah, blah, blah. You can pause it if you want. I'm not going to read it. The only important thing is comment the fight that you want to see at UFC 285 next week. I believe it's the John Jones Cyril Gane card. There's a ton of good fights on there. Please leave in the comment on this video who you want to see me attack from a salary voodoo perspective next week. We don't know the salaries. That is what is going to make this fun, guys. So give me a fight that you want me to go over, and that's exactly what we will do for UFC 285. But we're not at UFC 285. We're at UFC Vegas 70. Let's get right into the first fight. Picked by Jamie Taco. This one is going to be Garrett Armfield going against Jose Johnson. First fight of the night. I picked this one, or sorry, Jamie Taco picked this one because 8,500 and 7,700, one of these salaries has made optimal. They have broken a barrier, guys. We've had our first 30 times optimal since 2021, since I've been tracking. But first, this is a bantamweight fight. Bantamweights make optimal 50% of the time. Fight number one is not generally the best fight to target. 43.33% optimal. That is the second worst number on the card overall. But the salary pair of 8,500 to 7,700 makes optimal 60% of the time and is underused 7%. So get this salary pair in your lineups, guys. 27.73 is the average ownership for 8,500. We're over owned to that salary by 3%, guys. Over owned to the 8,500, and this week's probably going to be no different. Orthodox versus Orthodox, 7,700 average ownership 24.6, but its leverage is negative almost 11%, which means 7,700 needs to be in your lineup way more. And if you've looked ahead, you know that the dog salary of 7,700 has become our first 30 times optimal salary. Give it a round of applause. 30 out of 85 for a 35.29% optimal rate. This is one of the best numbers out of all salaries, guys. 25% is good. 30% is fantastic. We're at 35% for 7,700. Oh, and it also has a winning percentage of 50.59% as a dog. When it does win, makes optimal almost 70% of the time. 99 points per win, guys. All of these numbers are better than the $8,500 salary, and it's really not even close. The win percentage is basically a coin flip. I love the Jose Johnson side of things this week, and I think we're getting tremendous value from the salary voodoo. So, guys, I think you know where I'm going for this one. We've got ourselves a Bernie, baby. 8,500 salary, has a salary score of 8.07. That's the 14th best. It's just about average, or maybe a smidge above average. 7,700 has now moved up a spot, 6.24 salary score, and it is now the second best salary that you can play overall, guys. I love this salary. Only salary so far to make the optimal lineup 30 times. We're at 35% optimal. I'm playing the shit out of the $7,700 salary, but play this fight in general. We got ourselves a Bernie. That means we have a blessed fight. In fact, it means we've got that good voodoo. So get this fight in your lineups. Fight number two, Augusto Sakai, 8,300 versus Dontel Mays at 7,900. This one's picked by Danny Kraus. Heavyweight fight, makes optimal lineup 52.5% of the time. The 11th fight of the night, 51% of the time. And another big time salary pair, 61% optimal. And it's being under owned by 11.5%, guys. This is the best salary pair to play overall. Absolute best. Get these salaries in your lineups. 8,300 is made optimal 25 times out of 85 tries. 29% optimal, almost at that 30 point, and it is red. That means the other side is better than 29%, which is a great number. There goes my phone. I should turn it off. Win percentage of 50.59 for the favorite salary, and when it does win, it makes optimal 58% of the time with an average score of 96 per win. 79 is just better, it seems like. 27 times optimal out of 85 uses. 30, almost 32% optimal, guys. What a number. 50% win rate, 64% optimal when it wins. Scores almost 95 points per win. Guys, we've got a heavyweight banger here. One guy might be a bum. Hell, both these guys might be bums, but I think one guy has proven he's a bit more of a bum than the other. These numbers are volatile. These numbers are crazy good. And I love this salary pair to play. That means we got that good voodoo again on this heavyweight fight. 8,300 versus 79. 8,300 has a salary score of 7.1. That's the 9th best overall. While its dog counterpart of 7,900, 6.73 salary score, 5th best overall. Again, another dog salary with a better score than its favorite counterpart. I love this fight for DraftKings. You got to get it in your lineups, guys. Last fight from UFC Vegas 70. Going to be 9,100 versus 7,100. Andre Muniz going against Brendan Allen. Picked by the Pointer Brothers. Thank you so much, Pointer Brothers. Middleweight fights make optimal 52.27% of the time. I believe that's the best number we've seen so far. Nope, second best to heavyweights. Fight number 12, another green number, 51% optimal. But here's where it turns. The salary pair of 9,100 and 7,100, only 41% optimal, guys, and we're putting it in our lineups 4% too often. 9,100 makes optimal 17 out of 80 times for just a 21.25% optimal rate. We are far below the 25% we like to see. Win rate is very good at 70, but when it does win, it only makes optimal 30% of the time. Its counterpart at 7,100, just one time less as far as making the optimal 16 out of 80 for an even 20% optimal rate. Again, subpar. 30% win rate, not what you want to see. When it does win, 7,100 makes optimal 2 out of 3 times. So that is what we do like to see. If Brendan Allen can get it done, 2 out of 3 times optimal is pretty good. But guys, honestly, there's not a lot to love from the salary voodoo side of things of this one. I like one side of this fight more than the other, but again, it's just not as good as the other ones, and we got that bad voodoo here. 9,100 is not a great score to target generally. 9.43 salary score, 18th best overall, so below average. And its counterpart of 7,100 is almost even, but still a little bit worse. 9.83 salary score, 20th best overall. Not something I'm too interested in. I do actually like one side of this fight without telling you what it is. Let me see if I can scratch my nose here. I do like one side of this fight a lot more than the other. But the salary voodoo on the matchup is not good at all. So we've got, to recap, 2 bangers, 2 good voodoos, and a cursed fight. First one, 8,500 against 7,700, Armfield versus Johnson. We got that good voodoo. Second fight, the heavyweight banger between possible bum Augusto Sakai and Don'Tale Mayes. We got that good voodoo as well. Target both of those fights in your GPP tournaments. And then to finish it off, we've got the cursed fight, 9,100 against 7,100. Do not like this fight for DraftKings. I do actually like one side of it, but according to the stats, numbers are not good for this fight. So 2 good voodoos and a cursed fight. We can live with that, guys. Again, thank you for joining me here on the MMA Engine channel. Thank you for joining me for Salary Voodoo. Hopefully it gives you a little different look at how I go about constructing some of my GPP lineups in my GPP tournaments overall. Also, be sure to comment down below what fight you want to see me go over from a UFC or from a Salary Voodoo perspective. UFC 285 next week. John Jones, Cyril Gane fight. There are some bangers on that card, so be sure to comment down below. And guys, as usual, I want all of you to enjoy the fight. So, enjoy, and we will see you in the next one.